Thank you, Speaker.
We're dealing with 150, but not long ago we were dealing with Bill 136, similar to bill that was protecting Ontario from the government for Greenbelt. Now we're dealing with 150, reverse harmful urban boundaries expansion that the government forced on municipalities. So my question would be, does the government now accept the conclusion of its housing affordability task force that a shortage of land is not the cause of the housing crisis?
Thank you. Response, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing.
Well, I think the member's actually wrong. What the problem is a shortage of service land in a lot of instances, Madam Speaker, and that is one of the challenges that we are facing right now, and that is why it is a two-pronged approach to not only approve lands where infrastructure is available, but also to ensure that there is funding set aside to build infrastructure. It is one of the reasons why, the member will know, I said it in my speech, one of the reasons why we are so frustrated and so bewildered with the federal government response that will pay $1.1 billion to build 2,200 homes in the city of Toronto, when that same amount of money would unleash thousands of homes in York Region, and with an extra couple $100 million would probably unleash thousands of homes in Simcoe County. So the difference is what is land is available, what land is serviced, and where we should be putting those very, very valuable resources of the people of Ontario and Canada. We believe it should be put into millions or thousands of homes. They obviously believe it should go in hundreds.
Questions? Member from Orleans.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Despite the government's efforts to accelerate home construction, many home builders are still complaining about the pace or lack thereof at the municipal level. And so I'm wondering if the minister or one of his associates can inform the House what they think an appropriate timeline is from the approval of this bill and say a subdivision application to getting shovels in the ground for that next subdivision.
Thank you. Response? Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing.
Well, I would say as soon as possible, really, but we have to get the bill passed first. But a bill is not an obstacle towards building and planning new homes, Madam Speaker. I think that really highlights the challenge. The member's question.
He has to get the bill done first, though.
The Liberal member of Parliament's question highlights the challenges that we were all facing in building homes in the province of Ontario while they were in charge. Obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. So I don't think many of my municipal partners or friends are sitting there waiting for this bill to be passed before they approve of plans, before they work with home builders to get shovels in the ground. Just the opposite. They're reaching out to all three of us and saying, what else can we do to get shovels in the ground? Because they also want to be there and have homes built in their community. They also want the kids to get out of the basement and into brand new homes. So I don't think they're waiting on a bill to be passed to get that job done.
Question? The member from Etobicoke Lakeshore.
Thank you,
He keeps on talking about kids in the basement, and that is literally what's going on in his house. He said it the one day, and then this is all he says.
Madam Speaker, and I want to thank all three of the members and also the former Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing for the work of getting 1.5 million homes built in our province.
That's not even done.
In the next couple of years, we're going to have an extra 4 million people. And if you lived in Etobicoke, you'd think they're all coming to Etobicoke. You see high rises growing and growing and growing every street. The Queensway, the Kingsway, Lakeshore, there are buildings. If you look at Humber Bay Shores, there is condos galore, an extra 30,000 people. Not everybody wants to live in Toronto. I do. Not everybody wants to live in a condo. So we have to open up land other places for people to live, raise their families, have the choice. Do they want to live in a townhouse? Do they want to live in a condo? Do they want to live in a multiplex? We have to offer all those types of housing. So I appreciate the work that is being done. We need to continue moving this train forward and getting these shovels in the ground, but can one of the members please explain how government plans to balance our need for more homes while looking after our natural resources, our farmland, and our public health infrastructure?
Thank you. Response? Associate Minister of Housing.
Thank you, Speaker. It's no question. I'm sitting beside the Minister of Agriculture, standing beside. You know, we feed more people today
than yesterday. Duh.
And we produce more food.
It's like that every year.
We produce more food and export more food than we grow. And
what?
Bottom line is, I'm convinced we're going to feed the people. We're going to create.
Yeah, he doesn't have an answer for this.
We can keep people employed.
That's his own
jobs are coming.
member.
The opportunities are there. The third leg of the stool is causing this consternation, as the member pointed out, is housing. And as such, we have a good plan in place. I'm convinced, even with some headwinds in our way, we're gonna get the job done. How we're gonna do it, we have a housing forum starting next week, where
Response?
we're bringing all
Yeah.
stakeholders together to talk about the opportunities and a bias for action and sense of urgency to get shovels in the ground and build homes and raise roofs over the people all over.
You're not talking at
Thank
the
you.
microphone.
Further debate.
Microphone's being blocked by his
Point of
books.
order, I recognize the member from Genesee.
The official opposition was given no notice of which bill was going to be called. We respectfully ask for unanimous consent to stand down the lead of the official opposition. Thank you.
The member from
What's it
Genesee
mean?
Walkman is seeking unanimous consent to stand down the lead. Agreed?
Of course not.
No. Further debate?
Paul Calandra.